Hi crafters, it's Louise with you today on behalf of Kitaholic Kits, and I'm sharing my first project featuring the May 2021 kits. And this, I did have a bit of an idea of what I wanted to do with this layout, but it does develop as the project goes on. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use this wood background paper, and then I'm going to use this lighter coloured paper just cut into a 6x6 piece to fit in the middle of that page. So I'm going to go ahead and stick that down with lots of adhesive so that afterwards I can put clear gesso over the top. So because I'm going to get mixed media in this background, the clear gesso helps to seal the paper, so it doesn't actually, whatever medium you put over the top doesn't actually sink into the paper and you get a more truer colour. Now, the other thing that it does is it doesn't actually, because it's clear gesso, it doesn't actually mute the colour that you are using or the background, so you get that true picture of what's going on. Now, what I want to do is in this sticker sheet, they've got sort of, it's not a turquoise blue, it's not a green, it's kind of this in-between colour. And so what I want to do is try and mimic that a little bit. So I'm using the blue crayon, so it's the Vicki Boutin crayon from the Mixed Media kit. And then I'm using the green as well, and I'm mixing them together until I get the desired colour. Now, once that's happy with the colour, I'm also using both. So I'm using little bits of blue and little bits of the darker green and lighter green just to mix all this around. But you can see that the area that I'm working on is that bottom right hand corner. So I wanted this little area of interest, and I wanted it to sort of have this backwards L shape so that I could create sort of that shape, triangle shape is what I'm trying to get out here, so that I could then embellish around that. Now, as you can see, I had a little bit of that crayon colour left over, so the piece of plastic that I'm working on, I've just put some 9x12 cardstock on there, and that's going to form the background for another layout. So I'm also going to feature that in an exclusive video later in the month for subscribers. So if you're a kit subby, you'll actually get to see that exclusive video. One of the perks of being a subscriber to the monthly kits is you're added to a Facebook group where you get to see exclusive content that's not released to the general community, but it's purely for subbies only. So as you can see, I'm having a little bit of a play around here, and it's nothing too technical. Right now I'm just embellishing around my photo and working on the placement. You can see that I have stitched in the background. That's one of the features that I wanted to do, was to actually stitch some little areas stitch some little areas around that central square. So that's how I started this layout, with that in mind. Now I am using the raw thickers that came with this month's kit, and you can see again I'm using the crayons. And what I'm doing is I want to sort of have a bit of an ombre kind of thing going on here. So I want the lighter green at the top, that more bluey green in the middle, and then the blue at the bottom. So as you can see with these crayons, what I'm doing is just fiddling around and smudging them with my finger. So you don't have to prep them in any way. You don't have to do anything. You can just add the crayon or add the medium and do it to your preferred color depth. All right, so off camera, I've gone ahead and stuck my title down, as you can see, and I've used tacky glue because I find that the adhesive on the back of the thickers doesn't last long in albums. So I glue everything down with tacky glue. I've added some of the enamel dots, a little area of interest at the top, a journaling date, and then this layout is done. So thank you so much for watching.